FC Goa are one of those sides who in the Indian Super League can always be relied on to deliver an entertaining game of football. That is definite about them. They've always been that one side who play an extremely attractive style of football, and it's easy to understand why. A state like Goa has a very vibrant, rich footballing culture, and to be able to appeal to those fans, well, you have to be playing a really good brand of football. That has been one thing constant about the team that is known or nicknamed the Gaurs. However, one thing that has also been consistent with them is despite the fact that they have often played a lot of good football, they are yet to win their first ever ISL title. Yes, they have finished at the top or top thereabouts in the group stage, which is of course helpful, but they've never been crowned champions of the ISL. So this is going to be a key season for them as they look to break that duck and finally become a side that can be known as the champions of India. So what exactly are the changes that they made to their squad when you are looking at transfers? Well, let's just look straight at that, and first let's look at, of course, who are the players that have left the club. Now, there are players who have left who actually did mean a lot. So you're starting with, of course, someone like Iker Goroksena, then Nikhil Prabhu has left, Anwar Ali and Radim Klang are, of course, very known names who have left the club, and of course will now be seeking, are part of the Bengal clubs. So that was an interesting one to see them leave. Makan Chote leaving, not that much of a surprise, but if you go further down, someone like a Hernan Santana, Mark Valiente, even a Lenny Rodriguez or a Nongdaba Naurem, all of these guys were pretty much guaranteed first choices. And don't even get me started on Edu Bedia, the last name on this list, who at one point very much was Mr. FC Goa, someone who you could associate with the club and who had been a consistently great performer for them. So obviously it's not really ideal for them that they've had to let go of so many players, but on the bright side, they have made a few good signings and brought in a few good players as well. Let's just quickly take a look at who it is they've brought in. When you're looking at players they've signed, of course, they managed to sign Victor Rodriguez, a good foreign recruit, Ode Onanidia, then of course Carlos Martinez, Paulo Retre, continuing the tradition of having players of course, Spanish origin who can bring that style of play and actually bring that flair, that attacking creativity, the tiki-taka passing, all of that. Of course, they have improved their domestic roster as well. Someone like Rainier Fernandez, instantly good quality update. Boris Singh, another good player. Sandesh Jhingan, of course. What can be said about Sandesh Jhingan? Arguably the best defender that India has right now has joined. Udanta Singh, another very promising, tricky winger, plenty of pace, inconsistent with his finishing sometimes, but a top prospect regardless. And of course, Roland Borges is of course someone, or Roland Borges, someone who is of course a proven commodity in Indian football. So as I said, FC Goa have done a really good job of bringing in some top players as well. So that being said, of course, it is unfortunate that they had to lose out on some of the players that they did, but what you cannot deny is that the Gaurs have done a very good job of also bringing in quality players to replace the players who have left. Whether or not this puts them in a good position for the ISL, well, we don't really know that just yet. But I will say that I'm pretty impressed by some of the transfer work they've done. Again, if you can get guaranteed India internationals like Udanta Singh and Sandesh Jhingan to join the side, it's an instant boost of quality. And again, both Jhingan and Udanta, or rather in the case of Jhingan for sure, he was someone who was a mainstay in the defense of Bengaluru FC last season. Udanta definitely is someone who lost his way a bit towards the latter parts of his stint in Bengaluru. He wasn't a regular first choice starter, and that is why he had to leave the only club that he's professionally played for since the time he got his big break. However, both are of course additional, let's say, quality players who will instantly make an impact. And truth be told, I don't think FC Goa could have done a much better job. Whether or not they win the ISL, again, as I said, we don't know that for sure, but they've put themselves in a very good position and done some very quietly impressive work in the transfer market. So I, for one, am very excited to see how it is that FC Goa do, but of course, that's just my thought on things. What do you guys feel? Well, you can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTak app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead and check out some other things that we've done. But for now, from my side, it is goodbye.